was a little bit more transparency into those two budgetary items, for lack of better words.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and, Jim called me, he is not gonna be able to join us tonight. And consent items. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from March 25th?
Motion.
Second?
I second with an amendment.
Okay.
Under the minute vote last month, we have it documented that it's a 4-0, it should be a 3-0 with Ursula abstaining.
Which particular line item, I'm sorry?
The, vote on approving the March minutes.
The minutes, okay.
Yes.
Happy to amend my motion.
Now that I'm marked here, I'll take that.
Okay, anything else? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that's 3 and 1 present not voting. The OA, Sandy.
So we have our big adventure coming up on May 16th. It's an adult-only party with your clothes on.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Cynthia was worried about saying an adult party, but. So it's, grog in the garden, and we're going to get some mead, which is, I guess, made with honey. And I have our bee expert out there, and we're gonna have music and that kind of stuff, and then, anyway, so that's what we're doing. It's from 6 to 8 on Saturday, May 16th. And I think it's $5 a ticket to get in, there'll be refreshments and mead.
And you have a welfare deputy lined up, correct?
Try to get one.
Okay.
Okay,
Still working on it.
okay.
And then in June, we haven't talked to Mark much yet, as far as I know, about pool party, he's not here. Well, about a pool party for the kids that we do every year.
Oh, the movie?
Oh, he's on?
Yeah.
Mark, we're gonna be talking to you.
Let's see. Okay, we can talk to him when it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, great. And then Sandy, I was just mentioning, you guys are gonna do the 4th of July event with the MUD. And as you all know, it's the 250th year, so we're gonna try to promote that a little bit.
Clean it up.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Lovato and Boggs, what you got for us?
Nothing real major, it's been going on, thank God. The only one that maybe people were talking about on Facebook was right over here on Spy Cove. Elderly gentleman passed away, so there's a lot of commotion over there, just in case somebody's wanting to know who it was.
Okay, okay, great. We, the security subcommittee has a little update on some video stuff, but we'll talk about that under security. We're now gonna go into our district consultants. We have quite a few things to cover, especially with gray engineering and priority landscapes, but we are gonna move up finance and audit. Tyler, so you're on, but we are gonna pause right now, and we're gonna go into executive session. I will be quick, but we're gonna seek legal advice on agenda item number 9. Okay? No decisions will be made. I need to bring anything in, right? You're the one leading this. Pony show? Oh.
Well, he said that wasn't even the expense.
You ready? Okay, thank you. We are now out of executive session. No decisions were made. We are going to direct the finance subcommittee to work with Lisa on looking at a couple of things on our website. And that is all. Okay, Tyler, go ahead and for your report.
All right, good evening, everybody. I'll start with your bills and invoices, including the supplemental packet that I sent out earlier this week. We have checks through 10530 out of the operating fund and also out of the capital projects fund. We have checks 3025 through 3029. For your transfers, we have your regular monthly transfers for tax and your fund transfer for bill payments. We also have an additional transfer that directors you'll see with your checks for your signature. That's moving funds out of the operating checking account into the in order to take advantage of those higher interest rates. For Invest 3 CDs that we've been holding on to for a little while, money market rates are currently at 3.75%. For your taxes, we didn't get March tax reports from the county in time for the report, so we're showing February's 96%, same as last month. And one more thing, we had a bond payment on April 1st that was paid to the debt service fund, but with that bond payment, we paid off Series 2016's refunding bond, so one less bond for future payments.
Good deal. Okay, do I have a motion to approve payment of bills, funds, transfers, and investments?
A motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's 3-0, 1 non-vote. Okay, and anything from the Finance and Audit Subcommittee?
I don't think so.
Okay, we did have a citizen, good communication, he has since left, asking some good questions about budgeting and such, and again, I'm gonna go into our videos here in a little bit, but, for other residents that are listening, and for, by the time you get someone's listening, it's really a good idea for you to attend our budget sessions. I think it's really valuable, you learn a lot and understand kind of what we're considering, and we do at times change line items to make it a little bit more transparent so people know, you know, what we're working with, so.
It's tough to balance in the budget between making it a not 300-page document but also having enough information in there for them to be reasonable.
Right.
So certainly any information is available, but it can't all be in one place, or it's a
Right,
budget that's that big
right.
and unusable.
Yeah, exactly, so, okay, good deal, so there's 9, let's go back up to 7. Premier Recreation, Mark, are you on the phone?
Yes, I'm online. I did hear that Sandy was going to reach out to me. Unfortunately, I didn't hear what it was about, but we're always glad to help out. And then with our report, we're getting ready to open Tomlinson Pool for the weekends. That begins May 2nd, so not this weekend, but the following weekend. We are 100% staffed this year. Early on, we're actually having to turn away applicants, unfortunately. But we're always accepting applications, and we'll have a few trainings throughout the summer. We do have one training at Tomlinson. We're going to do it the weekend of May 8th, 9th, and 10th. So you may see us out there training during that time. But of course, we're going to give priority to the pool for the residents. But we find that there's not a whole lot of activity during that time. We just want to make sure that our staff are 100% ready to go at all locations.
Perfect.
Other than that, we're moving along and making the repairs as needed. We'll have Tomlinson set up by the end of the week.
Fantastic. We'll talk about the gates here in a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so do I have a motion to approve Splashtacular sales order 54626 for the outdoor tower and water, or side restoration?
To be sure, this was just approved within the context of the bookkeeper's report, but I think a ratification is good.
Okay, so ratification vote, motion?
Motion.
Or second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 3-0, 1 non-vote. B, so, we didn't approve the deposit last month, did we? I know we discussed it. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the $33,000 deposit?
That's what we just did.
Oh, okay, so there's A and B.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, never mind. Okay, thank you, Mark. Park
Thank you.
Landscape. Clint and Tripp. Good evening.
We are still doing weekly service, everything's going well, grass is green, weeds are growing, everything else is too. We did get flowers installed today, seasonal color at the entrance, Tomlinson and Tonkawa. So we kind of extra things we've done this month.
Great, okay, fantastic. So let's go ahead, we have proposal 7138, which is the River Rock install. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
And any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, so that's 301. And let me just, I didn't say the amount, so that's $6,607, correct? Okay, so, Tripp, I don't know if you wanna discuss this, or Clint, whomever, David, also, Crystal, feel free to jump in. We have a report from the arborist discussing the trees and related impact of the concrete installation at the Tomlinson Playscape. So just as a quick recap, there's 2 trees inside, we put, there's concrete kind of around it, and then there was PIP, which is pour in place. And, we had the arborist come out and say, that's probably not the best thing for the trees. You guys, we had several meetings out there, and we came up with a plan that would be better for the trees out there. So if you wanna discuss the arborist report?
I can, basically, during the construction, there was a bunch of compaction, road base was put down as obviously as a base for the concrete, for the PIP. The one tree that's in the middle is about 18 inches, or the concrete's about 18 inches higher than the grade of the original tree. So, leaving it like that, you're just gonna continue to get moisture and up or on the base of the tree, which is gonna eventually cause death of the tree.
Okay, so we met out there again with Trent, Tripp, Clint, Lee from Certified Arbor, the subcommittee, everyone it seemed like. And we came up with a couple ideas. Instead of pulling up all the concrete, which would have been very costly and time consuming, we are going to put decking. They do this in downtown Austin. Actually, Crystal, I'm gonna give you kudos, that was your idea. That was a great idea. So we have a proposal in the packet, but also temporarily, because they can't do that for a couple of weeks, we are going to put temporary mulch, which you guys have already installed in there. It was $540, it's in there, it will allow us to pass inspection, so it's not a trip hazard. And then we're gonna pull that mulch up in a couple of days when we can, and use it in other places that would need mulch, around the playscape and maybe around the pool. So it's not a waste of $540, okay? Any questions?
You wanna look at that proposal?
Yes, so that is, G.
Yeah, so board members, it's the very last page in, under tab 12. And the proposal is from Lalo Nose Outdoors.
So the amount is $4,958. It'll be for 2 trees. As Clint said, it's one big one, kind of in the middle when you walk in, you almost kind of run right into it. Is there a picture of it? And then one's off to the right, that's the con tree, that's kind of right up where the ramp is. So do I have a motion to approve 0790 for the amount again is $4,958?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
And so can you just describe for me what it looks like?
Specs portion is under,
Yeah,
Is that the thing that was at the very end of
Yes.
12? Okay.
so
Yeah.
that kind of gives you an idea of what it's gonna look like.
Oh, so decking that brings the tree area equal to the concrete.
yes, so it's
Okay.
level,
I've
yeah,
seen those
Yeah.
in Austin.
It's pervious too, so.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And, we're looking at hopefully matching the composite wood on the bridge right here, as well as the wood that's gonna be on the overlook, so it'll kind of tie together. It's a gray, it'll also tie with the PIP gray in certain places, so it won't stand out, it'll actually look pretty natural.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, 301. And finance, we're done. I think we're good, right? Don't want anything else?
Good.
Okay. Is that right?
You can do the mulch proposal,
I did,
Also, I'm sorry.
yeah. Yeah, and that was actually approved under a subcommittee, so we're just, yeah, they've already put it in.
Thank you.
Okay, professional services, Ben. And you heard the gentleman, talk about the trash can over by
Yes.
8, so.
Yes, I've already sent an email off to our guy, and I'll be up here tomorrow and I'll make sure that's addressed.
Okay, there's also a rollaway bin that's up by T-Box 1,
Yes.
so I haven't checked it, well, I know I was out there Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, but then we filled it up with some debris, so I don't know if that one gets rolled over, you just might want to check.
Okay, I'll have him check on that tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. Alright, real quick, I'll be breezing through this, starting with item A, just our only really system maintenance and repair item would just be our water losses looking a lot better at 13%, down to 19% last month. Item B, which is the fluid meter service booster pump, quote. So, kinda went through this 2 years ago. In 2024, you guys have 5, fill valves, which are called clay valves out here at your booster station. And one of them went down, which is pump 4. But good news is it's over 25 years old, so it did a really good job for its lifespan. And I have a quote that's in your packet for $21,800. So if you guys wanna talk about that more, we can, or get some action on that, and Gary with Fluid Meter can order that for us 6 to 8 weeks, and we can get it back up, because it is critical infrastructure. We can just get that back installed, and,
So you said we have 4, right?
well, you get 5, you have 4
5.
pumps, and then you got 1 on the outside that was fixed 2 years ago in 24.
So this is for the rest of them?
This is for, one of them.
That's, okay, that's what I thought, okay. Whose subcommittee would this fall, would this be professional services?
I think this was, let me see, I think so.
I don't know where else it would go.
Yeah. Okay, have you guys talked about it at all?
No.
Okay, can I recommend that you all talk about, it's David, right?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about it and bring it back to the board next month. I don't know if this is in the budget, unless you guys have another idea.
I think that would be fine. Can it last a month?
Yeah, so ideally, we can run on 3 pumps. It's not, perfect, but we're fine with 3. If something happens, we would need to get approval, like, let's just say something happens on the 3rd one, we would need to get approval to get the 4th one in, because we don't
This
wanna be
one's
down.
down right now?
Yes,
Yes.
it's a
It's out of
non-operational.
service.
Yeah.
Out of service.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
So,
so we have 3, which,
only 3 are operating.
yeah,
Correct.
the district is at full capacity with 4, and that's what makes the district run efficiently, and we don't have any pressure issues. If we get down to 2, we kinda get in the risky range. Right now, we're at 3, which will be fine, but we're at 6 to 8 week lead time with Gary Faber.
Okay,
So unless you guys wanna discuss, and then we can get a subcommittee vote.
The other,
Ursula, can I speak? This is Lisa, the general manager.
yes, please. Yes.
From a GL perspective, we do have maintenance operation funds that are available for us to get this ordered. I do highly recommend that the board go ahead and approve this so that way we get ahead of that lead time. It's super important. I did forward this information over to the professional services subcommittee, and we can talk about it additionally as well if you need us to bring back any additional recommendations next month, but I highly recommend that we do get this approved tonight.
if I can chime in, I would certainly echo Lisa's comments. I've looked at it, it was in your packet, reviewed it, it's time for that to be, got 25 years out, that's pretty good. They tried to repair it, which was the cheap way, the repair didn't hold, nothing against our operation people, it needs to be replaced. These are critical to your water pressure.
Sure.
You're coming up on your increasing use in May and June for your water use. If this was going into February, okay, we'll deal with it later on. But I really think it is important, particularly as Ben and Lisa noted, the amount of lead time for these types of things, which by the way, is not unusual for these types
Yeah.
of specialty equipment like that.
Are the other 2 25 years old as well?
They're all
Exactly.
25.
They're all 25?
Yeah,
Okay.
except for the 3rd that replaced in 2024, but yeah, they're all doing a great job.
Okay,
I'm fine with voting now.
okay, let's, you have a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Okay, taking everyone's advice, that is very reasonable, we don't wanna impact the water, with the residents. But what I'd also ask is the professional subcommittee, look at the other two, we need to get that into the budget for next year, because last thing we wanna do is have one of them fail.
And I think we do have it in the budget because in 2024, we approved getting all 5 valves inspected annually. So that's in the budget. And then I believe the price of one of them is in the budget because they are so expensive. We didn't put all 4 in.
Right, so that's why I wanna make sure, we're coming up on budget season, so I wanna make sure that we look at one or not two.
And we don't need to inspect it the same year it's installed.
No, we won't inspect this one on the yearly inspection.
Right. I just remember, there's a little buffer in there.
Yes.
You might consider for budget consideration down the road, budgeting one, or if you can afford two, in your budget, and go in and replace those somewhat proactively potentially.
Sure,
But not do the whole thing, but do one or two at a time in a year.
yeah, well, I guess logic would say if one does go out, you're putting more pressure on the other one, so that they're gonna go out even faster maybe, so.
It's more just an age deal, really,
Sure.
just run time.
Yeah.
The other ones will run a little bit more with this one out of service. I don't believe that will materially make any difference, but it's something, they're getting
Yeah.
down the road, they should
Okay.
be paid attention to.
Okay, thank
So-
you, thank
So
you
you're
everyone.
suggesting do both of them and serially one and then the other, but, is this something that, wouldn't it be better to like schedule them back to back? Under one contractor as opposed to do one and then another one maybe the following year? I'm just looking for guidance on should we do back to back or should we?
You know, unless,
Spread it out.
if you're not seeing any indication of problems with the valves, which sometimes you can see that coming on your operation, people may notice something. If you're not seeing that, and you've got, budget concerns, which we all do, then usually budgeting replacement over a period of years, not 10 years, but over a period of several years, then I think that's reasonable. Going in and doing them all, like doing the remaining 3 in 1 year, yeah, certainly you can do that, but I don't think there's anything that warrants that level of expenditure at this point, and I would doubt if that would occur.
And that wouldn't affect the price necessarily, getting them back to back would not be a little cheaper, cause the same people with the same gear.
The price of the valves are pretty much, it's per valve, whether they supply you 10 or 4, it's gonna be the same price. Getting out, you might have a little bit of savings by ramping up and ramping down instead of ramping up for every pump, but that's a minority portion of the actual installation cost.
Okay, and then is it also maybe seasonal, the pricing, for instance, AC guys, when everybody turns on the AC, it kind of goes up? Is that something that these valve replacement people would charge more
No,
when the water ramps up?
no.
Okay, so it doesn't matter when we
No.
schedule it?
If you replace it in December, you might get a better price because they wanna get some money for Christmas, but
Okay.
generally, that's not even.
Okay, alright, let's go ahead and vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, 3-0-1.
Instead of professional services, why don't Amanda and I take it for finance?
Finance, sure.
And we can see how many are in the budget and,
Plan
et cetera.
for next fiscal year?
Yeah.
Perfect, alright, thank you guys. Thank you, Ben, anything? Oh,
Yes, and then, item C is just, I have 2 write-offs for approval for $121.53.
total?
Yes.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the write-offs for 121.53?
Motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 3-0-1.
And then lastly, item D and E, this is not like urgent matter, but just it needs to be addressed, there's a light pole on Echo Lake that was clipped by a trailer. It's cracked, it does cause a safety concern. Obviously, it is a little expensive, it's $21,468 to completely remove it and then install a new one. But I heard back today from Precision Electric that if the board would just like to remove it and remove the safety hazard, it's only $4,600.
Is this the one on Echo Lake and Blockhouse Drive?
Yep, as
Do
you're
we-
turning right.
Do we have, the trailer information for their insurance?
No, it just looks like that's what happened, there's no
Yeah.
camera there, just. you can
Somebody
tell.
hit it a while ago too, like a year ago, it's been
Yeah.
kind of in a bad way, so,
Is
yes.
this something insurance, like, do we have insurance that would cover this sort of thing?
Hey Lisa, when, did insurance
listening.
cover the one in the parking lot?
Yes, but that's inside the parking lot, and it was because of the tractor trailer that actually hit it. So we filed under their insurance, not under TML. And so I'm not 100% for sure if the lights around the 3 Mile Loop are actually covered. I would table this item and let me research that and bring it back. Highly recommend that if it becomes a safety factor that we do go with the 4,000 and just remove, and if we can replace at a later time if need be.
That would be under professional services also, right?
That would, yeah. I hate to take out a light on, especially on blackout.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. People complain about the lack of lights right now.
Yeah.
Sean, did you have a comment?
I was just gonna say, I've had other districts replace streetlights, and unfortunately, I don't remember making an insurance claim.
Yeah, I mean, unless you had a car and you could get Lovato after them. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm a district's insurance, to be sure.
Yeah, right, okay. All right, let's table it, professional services, if you wanna handle that, and, if your parks tower, keep an eye on it, of course, we will too, but if it becomes a safety issue, we might wanna go the 4,000 route and then replace it.
It's still
And then I'll
working?
be,
It's still working,
the who?
the light?
No, the light is not
It's out of
working.
service.
Yeah, it's out of service.
Should we
Yeah,
pre-approve taking it down
I was just gonna say.
in
can
case
we-
it becomes, in case if people get worried that it's a safety issue?
Do we have exposed electricity coming out of
No.
there? I mean,
No, it's at the base, it's covered, the wires are in the basing, but the middle of the base, there's a huge crack on the pole, so just,
So the safety issue is if someone hits it
again,
again, it's gonna fall.
and yeah,
Yes.
people walk their
Yeah.
dogs and walk,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, do I have a motion to at least take care of the safety issue to the tune of $4,000?
Quick question, if we take it down and replace it, we're not 4,000 ahead, right? Like it would be 4,000 plus the 21,000?
no, it would, the full quote was for
Remove it.
takedown and
Okay.
a replacement of
So
a new
it would-
pole.
So we're looking at 17,000
Yeah,
or
we're looking at
something,
17,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
take it
what I
down.
was thinking too.
take that.
Can we, Sean, can we change that to where we have a motion to approve the 4,000, and then if we find the financial means for it, that the subcommittee for professional services is allowed to move forward without bringing it back?
I think we would, in that instance, Lisa, I think I'm fine with that, but would be motion to approving the full quote, subject to confirmation, of the subcommittee of whether or not you wanted to drop down to just 3.
That too would probably be financed then. Because if the only decision is, do we have the money for it, then that's not really a professional services question.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna leave it to the finance subcommittee
Okay.
to see if we have money, but for now, we're gonna approve the full quote, but you may decide just to use the 4,000 to make it safe.
I motion that.
Second.
Okay, perfect, all in favor?
Alright.
Aye, 301. Okay, thank you. And I did get approval for the write-offs, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Awesome.
thanks.
Thank
Ben.
y'all have a good night.
Hey, you too.
Thanks, Ben.
Okay, Greg. All right, we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, we're gonna be very brief and to the point, and move the meeting right along.
Everyone in this room, did you hear that? David Gray's gonna be brief and to the point.
I know this girl, right? Under A, if I can pull a couple of these out, we don't really have anything update on NFM.
Right.
So just, I know we talk about it underneath, but there's nothing there. I'm gonna ask Crystal to briefly give you an update on the American Waterworks Infrastructure Act, which is covered on the second page of our engineering report.
Okay.
Absolutely, so we were approved to move forward with the risk and resilience assessment. So we've kicked that off, everything's going great, we're looking at district water assets, and actually I'll be reaching out to Lisa, I'll have some questions and some coordination I'd like to do with her. And then the second portion, the emergency response plan, we of course are tabling that until the next fiscal season, later in the year. That's not due until December, so just going well, everything, yeah.
Thank you. With the board's permission, I'll move into the playscape. We have several items on your agenda tonight relating to playscape. The playscape is, happy to report substantially complete. We've been working closely with the board's playscape subcommittee on that. They've been quite a help and guidance on this. And we're gonna extend them opportunities to go to work for Grace Civil.
Wow.
They pay better than the board. Not a high hill, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, tonight we have several items to bring to you because of where the playscape is. And it's happy to report that it is substantially complete. We have a couple items under B, C, D, E, and F that I want to preface this. There is essentially one item that we're working with the contractor, that the contractor's aware of. We have some, roofing, issues on the cedar shake roof. Actually, the material is the incorrect material, and it wasn't put on correctly. We worked with the contractor to come back in, they know that, they have accepted responsibility for that. It would be covered under the contract with no additional cost to the district. And they have indicated that they are prepared, subject to board concurrence, to proceed with ordering the correct material and applying it and having that totally wrapped up next week. That's the target, okay?
Let me just add on that, we've had several calls on this, thank you everyone who's participated. And today, Trent approved the actual material that they are purchasing, so we have eyes on that. And David has offered to go out there and watch them install it, just to make sure that, and we,
I will.
yeah, so the two issues that we have confidence that
Will be
that we'll handle.
So with that is some background information. We feel it's appropriate for the board to consider, we're bringing this for your consideration, basically several items. First would be the approval of their final pay estimate. I want to note that their final pay estimate is the release of retainage. That's why it's so much, it's 10% of the original contract price. It's pay estimate number 10, it's the amount of $132,449.04.
I thought I said 139, do somebody have the checks over there?
It's
I might have
132,
this wrong.
I think.
Is it? Okay, go ahead, Dave.
Did I go wrong?
It's the
I
top
shot
one,
132.
it's the top one.
132, 449.04.
In that pay estimate, along with our recommendation, and a status report that comes out of our office showing the status of complete, that includes all change orders previously approved, there's no new change orders coming up. And so we are recommending approval of that. If it's all right, we might consider taking these together, or at least at the end of this discussion.
I think that's
Okay.
prudent, dude.
All right, the second item, it would be 12C is concurrence letter. Basically, the end of a project, your design engineer, Esty, submits an engineer noting that the project has been completed. And at this point, we do note that it is 95% complete, because at the point in time we wrote the letter, that's the way it is. With the roofing work, it'll be 100%. If I need to amend the letter, I would certainly do that at that point in time. And so this is your guarantee that it's been, from our office, from your design engineer, that it's been constructed in accordance with plans and specifications and is ready to be, the next step to be called complete. So we'll have that in the record. By the way, we filed all these documents with TCEQ because this is being funded by bond proceeds.
Okay.
Next item, which would be number D, is the affidavit of completion. In that, we basically are confirming that the pay estimate, the change orders and everything have been completed, they're all taken care of. Now, we are doing the caveat on the roofing, okay? So that's why I'm kind of waiting on this, to have suggestions how to handle that. So we are providing that, again, that goes to TCEQ, goes to board records also. Under E is our recommendation for final acceptance and taking over the playscape for operation and maintenance. Once that's officially done, that will begin the contractor's maintenance bond, which we are working with the contractor to secure a 3-year maintenance bond, along with some other items that are in the benefit of the district that we'll talk about under the letter agreement.
Okay.
So you'll have that. The next one is essentially a letter agreement that reflects a discussion that has been occurring with the contractor and the subcommittee, and your other consultants have been involved in it. And I'm gonna paraphrase, and certainly any details of that would be best addressed by legal counsel tonight. But generally, it obligates the contractor to provide an additional 1 year of maintenance bond. The original contract requires 2, and this would require 3. In addition to, and what the maintenance bond does, it essentially assures the district that should a defect in material or workmanship be identified during the coverage period of the bond, that the bonding company, well, first of all, you go to the contractor, and they go in and repair it. But the bonding company stands behind it, that if the contractor, something doesn't do it, the bonding company will come in and do it, et cetera, at no expense.
Right.
No expense. In addition, it calls for the contractor to provide, to pick up the costs of routine maintenance, I'll call it, on the playscape for the next 3-year period also. And that is not an insignificant, concession, in that we'll be looking at, it's a wood piece of structure, we need to periodically maintain it, things like that. It's not taking care of defects, okay, that's a different deal as the bond, but they are agreeing, same entity, to take care of your routine maintenance, which will save the district money.
And specifically, it covers the staining, the sealing, the filling, and the PIP
Yes, ma'am.
sealing, which is, as you said, it's not insignificant.
Not insignificant. And so we're bringing that letter of agreement along with these others tonight for your signature. It will be ultimately signed by the contractor's representative. We have discussed this with the contractor. They've indicated their willingness to accept this. And so with that, we anticipate that it will be executed by the contractor. Having said all that, my recommendation in light of what I started off with is that we need to kind of finish this roof project. I would suggest that the board consider a motion to accept these, however you want to word it, to essentially accept all of these, contingent on the completion and the confirmation and verification of the roofs being completed with the appropriate material, and that confirmation would come from Trent's office and my office to you, that we would provide that confirmation to the Playscape Subcommittee, and then with the Playscape Subcommittee, then upon authorization by the board tonight, then could release the final pay estimate, and then everything else would start from at that point going forward.
Yeah, and just to share on one of our calls today, one of our many calls, Tia Harper said that if they were in a position to go ahead and purchase the materials on Monday, I believe, have it delivered on Wednesday, correct me if I'm wrong, and it would be a 2-day install.
Yes, and we have reached out again this afternoon, after one of our meeting calls. And left a message that basically gave them a heads up that this consideration was on the table tonight. Okay, and for them to be ready, should the board concur with our recommendation and act on it, then we're gonna be back with them at 7:05 or 8:05 tomorrow morning. We wanna give them a heads up. Okay, we're not telling them to go order, because we're not trying to jump the board's direction, okay?
Right.
But we did give them a heads up. Crystal and I were on the call. We didn't get a live person. We left a message, okay? I think Crystal put out an email to that effect also to them this afternoon after our call. So we're doing everything we can to keep that moving as it's been discussed.
Okay,
Okay.
fantastic. Crystal, did you share also the timing as far as not doing anything till Monday?
I absolutely did, I let them know.
We did that verbally too.
Okay, good, okay. All right, so with all that being said, thank you for all that information. You actually did a great job of summarizing it.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I
Yes.
suggest a motion, please.
Yes.
Okay, so board members, I think we're looking for a motion, and David, jump in if you don't hear everything you think we need to do here. So a motion to approve the final pay estimate and the release of retainage, to formally accept the facilities for operation and maintenance, and approve the letter agreement, subject to the finalization and inspection of the shingle project, the receipt of the 3-year maintenance bond documents, receipt of the executed letter agreement from TF Harper, and the successful completion of the safety inspection.
Perfect, thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion, but I have a question.
Sure, that's okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes, so I just wanna make sure I heard everything right. So everything is done with the playground, with the exception of, we're gonna fix the tree, the,
Trees too.
sorry, yes, I meant trees, and the roof. And so we're gonna approve the payment, but the payment's not going to be handed over. It's not gonna be actually made until both Trent and Gray Engineering complete, okay.
And that we would make a recommendation to your Playscape Subcommittee. And then essentially what I'm anticipating tonight, that the board would consider authorizing them to take action upon all those happening in that recommendation.
Right,
So can you modify the motion to say,
Final directions.
yeah, final direction to the subcommittee? Okay, and also, you talked to Tia Parker about the temporary fencing, that needs to stay up.
Absolutely.
And I know it's a monthly, but May is gonna come and we're probably gonna need it up for a couple of days in May, depending on when we can do the grand opening, so. Okay, any other discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 301. This is exciting. This is a long time coming.
Thank you.
I don't know if anybody would appreciate all the blood, sweat, and tears that has gone into this. Okay, anything else
No, of
for Gray's office? Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much.
course.
Amenities, so, amenities and security is the same. I'm gonna start off with security, so, I'm gonna give Amanda kudos for this. We've been talking about doing the securities town hall and about the e-bikes and the motorbikes and, you know, all that going on. And if anybody's been watching the news, you see it's not just Blockhouse, it's all over the place, right? Somebody in Round Rock unfortunately was hit and killed. As we were talking about doing the town hall, Amanda came up with doing a video. And so we wrote the script, I talked to Lovato about it earlier, and so Amanda, myself, the GM, Lovato, maybe Boggs, we're gonna do a 2 to 5 minute video, and we hopefully will have it done here, maybe by next meeting. It'll incorporate our new rules that we approved. It'll also probably talk about the CTW policy, just briefly. But, so that's to come, and that'll be a great option. It can be posted on our YouTube site, you know, all over. But bouncing off of that, which this is under communications, but David Shoemaker and I talked about what a great idea the videos were. And so Shoemaker and I came up with a plan for about 18 videos, and maybe release one a month. And what I would like to do is share the plan. Lisa will share the plan with the other subcommittees. And it'd be great for each subcommittee to come up with 1 or 2 video ideas. You know, like you guys could talk about budgeting and Open Meetings Act and, you know, citizen communication.
I think that there's some widely misunderstood restrictive covenants issues.
Oh, that would be a great one. I talked to Sandy about maybe doing one, you know, how the OA and the MUD work together and who's who belongs to who.
Right.
Anyways, it's something that could be out there, people could read it, or they could watch it, they could share it, you know, so I think it's, David Shoemaker is super excited about it, so that's to come, so, that will go out to the other subcommittees and we'd love your feedback on it. Now, amenities, we have Exhibit L, which is the reservation form, and do I have a motion to approve it?
Motion.
Second?
And, so this actually incorporates the new system that we are gonna have in place, correct, Lisa? Do you wanna talk about this real quick?
Yes, that is correct. We actually do have your courts online now. Ria did a great job working with the 620 studios and with your courts. You are now able to go online and actually pay for a reservation. It gives you an opportunity to see the calendars that are available for each one of the areas in the district that are under reservations, and we will be rolling out additional after this meeting when it comes to the pickleball areas and so forth.
Fantastic, thank you. So we're really excited to get this U Courts off and running. I'm gonna bounce, no, okay, actually, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Yeah, we did that, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 301. Along with that, we're now taking reservations. We are opening the pools May 2nd, and we're very close to opening the playscape. We are gonna go ahead and open up the gate here in the next week or so and let people park and utilize the parking lot, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
It
just,
won't mean the park is open, but it's
The
at a
playscape.
point, yeah, but like the playscape area, but it's enough to where people can start parking again.
yeah, absolutely. I do wanna let y'all know, I think we talked about it last month. Part of our inspection and with TML, we do have to make some changes to the ADA, specifically the sidewalk, the grade, and some of the parking spots. That will be done, we have 6 months to do that, we've already got it lined up, who will do it, but just so you guys know, it will be. We will probably have to close that parking lot for, I don't remember, Lisa, Amanda, do you remember how, like 4 days for that?
Should be a week.
Week, okay, all right, well, we're hoping to maybe do that in the fall when the pool's not open, so it has less of an impact on the users, okay? All right, so we voted on L. 14A, Lisa, do you have anything on that?
As far as 14A is concerned, we do have one special event that Director Johnson will be discussing here shortly. And we will be working with the amenities subcommittee on additional special events coming up. The newsletter for April obviously was distributed, and then we're working on the May newsletter now. What I would like to ask residents as well as board members, we have been starting to showcase residents that are rising star residents in the district. We'd love to have feedback from other residents. There's always other nuances considering that there's just a whole lot going on in Blockhouse Mud. And so we're excited to be able to showcase other residents in the district. And if people want to send over their information, we can receive that through info@blockhouse.mudtx.gov.
Perfect, thank you. One thing I'd like to draw everyone's attention to when you get the next newsletter, I want to put a little spotlight on Lisa. She was recently accepted to the Water Smart program supported by the Texas Water Development Board and the Association of Water Board Directors of Texas. This program focuses on promoting water conservation, sustainability, and responsible water management across communities in Texas. Being selected for a program like this reflects Lisa's dedication, professionalism, and commitment to protecting one of our state's most important resources. Programs like Water Smart help equip water professionals and community leaders with the knowledge and tools needed to address the long-term challenges, water supply, conservation, and sustainability in a growing state like Texas. We are extremely proud to have Lisa represent Blockhouse Mud. I will tell you, she attended her first session last week, and they were just so excited to have Blockhouse nominate her to attend. It's only 20 people from all over the state, so congratulations, Lisa. And we look forward to what you can bring back to the board and help Blockhouse more sustainable options.
Thank you.
Okay, restricted covenants.
Nothing worthy of the board's attention, although there might be something next month.
Can I ask, what is going on with the house up front that had the truck go through the fence?
I have not received an update on that in the last meeting, so we'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind, if
No,
you
not
could
at all.
even get Lisa to, submit it to the rest of the directors.
Yep.
It's been like 6 months or so.
It has. I know, well,
Okay.
I don't wanna speak out of turn.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Professional services, TDS.
Yes, so is this the special event you were talking about, Lisa?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. And you were able to confirm the date we texted about?
Yes, that is
Before I
correct.
say the wrong date on the air?
Yes.
Okay, good.
No, you're right.
Make sure that doesn't happen again. So we are able to reschedule it. My apologies for that happening. We got most of the references removed from the website, but unfortunately one of them did stick, so I know people were out there, and thank you to the board members that were able to attend out there. We rescheduled it for May 2nd.
Oh, okay. That could be our grand opening.
Oh, okay, well.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
It's going to be a very busy morning, but we can get it done.
It is. So the reason we picked that date, not knowing that was grand opening, was because we just figured that because we had to push back the date because of the weather, we wanted it to be as soon as possible for residents and not.
Yeah.
And also, the longer we wait, the closer we get to the next curbside bulk, and so we just figured the sooner the better.
David, can you clarify what event we're talking about?
Yes, we're talking about the bulk drop off at Jumano, because we had to reschedule to rain. Which didn't end up being that bad.
Okay, well, we could maybe play with the times of the grand opening. Okay,
I did not know
fantastic,
that.
thank you. Anything under our storm water management program, Lisa?
No, I don't have anything currently.
Anything else from professional services subcommittee? We
No.
got a lot today.
Yes.
Okay. General manager, your report.
Thank you. My report is in the packet. I don't have anything additional to add, except that it is going to be a busy May 2nd if we are able to work out all of the scheduling for the events that we have planned. Yeah, other than that, unless you all have any questions, I can answer for you.
Okay, fantastic, thank you. Now under legal, we are going, request for temporary waiver of use of restrictions contained in the Declaration of Covenants, Conditions, restrictions for blockhouse commercial areas, AKA fireworks.
Yeah, so board members, I think two of y'all have seen this before, but we enter into an agreement every couple of years with the American Professional Fireworks, TMT Fireworks Group. And as you guys know, the fireworks group typically sells their wares on the other side of the tracks up here in Tunkua. And then of course, they put on a show on July 4th that I think everybody enjoys. Part of them being able to go out there and do that is the board making a finding under the commercial covenants to grant a temporary waiver for them being out there. So they would like to essentially renew the deal that we turn over every 2 years. And are very excited to put on a show. July 4th happens to fall on Saturday this year, so they informed me they would definitely be busy, but always, as always, very happy to accommodate the district and specifically whatever date is flexible. I told them probably you guys would want to do July 4th. So I think they got it penciled in.
Good, okay, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion?
This is the same agreement. I don't have the other one right in front of me. The same agreement as before.
Standard renewal.
Okay, great.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
301. Okay, and B is the Parks, Pool, and Greenbelt Rule Enforcement Criminal Trespass Warning Policy.
So what is in the packet is the finalized version of what we talked about. I think I was asked to include it here. I don't know that I have anything particular here. Do you have something you want to discuss on this one?
It was approved last time, correct?
It was.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to follow up with Lovato or with the prosecutor?
I had made a inquiry about, I think some of the, I don't know, if it's all the prosecutors or the district attorney or the county attorney has been looking at CTW policy and specifically enforcement and discerning between rules violations versus actual criminal violations. And it's certainly something that came up in our discussion. So still kind of, I did not hear back from the prosecutor that I reached out to, so I do want to confirm with them, but happy to report back. Certainly want to make sure that our policy is consistent with the county policy. So probably would request a little bit of time to make sure I have my hands around that.
Okay.
And I don't wanna bump anything important, but I know our missing board member is interested in the policy.
Yeah, well, the policy's already been approved, but yeah, we
Right,
can
I just
definitely bring
mean
back VSA questions.
nuances
Yeah.
that Sean might share.
Okay,
To be sure, no affirmative action tonight was planned. This was mostly just for discussion purposes.
Yeah. okay, fantastic. All right, then 22A, which is taking any necessary action, including possible referral to our consultant with legal counsel. We are gonna go into executive session. No decisions will be made. when we're back on. I was gonna ask Sean about that. Okay, we're back in session, out of executive session, and, what I'd like to share is no decisions were made, but what we would like to share with the full board and residents is that when we have open investigations, any action you may take on your own could have an impact, and one that you would not necessarily consider. So, this includes residents as well. So please be aware when we have stuff going on that you follow the code of conduct and the duties of a director. There was a last point to that. What was
I
it?
think that was it.
That was it.
That was it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, so quick, but, okay, thank you. And hopefully Director Young will watch this and understand. Okay, last thing, what was it? Exhibit L, Facilities Reservation Form, number 13, we voted on it and passed it. But just need to, it also includes pricing for reservations, and it's pricing for the pergola, deposits, and pricing for the pickleball, different things. We talked about the form, but there's pricing in there.
Okay.
So I just we voted, but I didn't really share that information, so I just want the directors
Yep.
to understand.
I was-
Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I think, do we have anything else? No. Our next, I don't think we're gonna have to have a special meeting to, open up the playscape and to do the grand opening.
Good.
Sandy, I'd like to talk to you, about if the May 2nd date would work. We're not gonna formally put out the, grand opening date yet until we've got all our ducks in a row, but
Yeah,
it
it's
is coming.
contingent upon completion of a couple of things.
Yeah,
No, really?
yeah.
Just saying it for the record.
Exactly. So, yes.
Nope.
No, and with that, do I have,
That's what I was gonna do.
good,
I moved to adjourn.
Second.
all right, thank you. Meeting closed. Meeting adjourned.
Or adjourn.
Thank you, the Lotto and Ball.